Greetings and salutations, you lovely degenerates, and welcome back to the Fuzzy Wildflower. We explore weird forgotten drinks and other homemade niceties. I'm your host, Corey. So in all my vintage cocktail books, I was trying to find something Thanksgiving-y. And all I could find really was like a spiced apple cider or eggnog. And we'll get into eggnog closer to Christmas. I have a love-hate relationship with eggnog, but I'll get into, and you know, so you don't think hopefully won't think I'm too crazy. But that's for a later time. So, you know, like everybody else on social media, I happened to see a post pop up from mybartender.com about a Pecan Pie Martini. And I was like, okay, that sounds very Thanksgiving-y, and it's Southern style. You know, Southern and me loves pecan pie, so it's like, let's give it a try. So I figured I would research other recipes and came across another one from agratefulmeal.com of a butter pecan pie martini, if I can say that all without hurting myself. You know, I grew up eating butter pecan ice cream, probably one of my dad's favorite ice creams, and of course it got passed down to us. As I was looking at their ingredient list, they're not even like the same drinks. So I'm curious to see how pecan-y they taste, so to speak. Speaking of pecan-y, I remember in college, I think it was my freshman year, I got into a little argument with a guy. I think he was trolling me at the point. But, you know, we call them pecans or pecans, you know, depending on where you are in the country. But he kept calling them pecans, and I was not having it. And he was adamant that they were called pecans. And I was like, God, he was just crazy. And we finally just left it be. But if you feel like trolling your own friends, feel free to call them pecans at Thanksgiving, and yeah, you watch their head explode. Oh, you know, some fun Thanksgiving trolling. All right. So with all that said, I am not a bartender. Do not take any of this as bartending advice. So let's make a cocktail. Okay, well, we're gonna first start off with the regular pecan pie martini, and their recipe was basically double. It was about a 6-ounce drink, and I'm making it half because I don't really need to make that big a drink. But what I found interesting was that this is a rum chata drink, and I've never had rum chata before. Horchata con ron. I mean, I've made horchata before, but it's like a rice milk drink with cinnamon. But this is a Caribbean rum with cream. So I guess it's like Bailey's, but with rum. I guess we're going to find out. Actually, you know what? I should just give it a try and see what it tastes like. All right. I'm just curious. I haven't even opened it yet. I hope it isn't bad. Yeah, I mean, tastes like a version of Bailey's. Alright, so yeah, I can see mixing that with coffee. I think there's a hot chocolate one I could try. But anyway, first thing doing, and y'all know I don't do garnishes very well, but this had using caramel sauce and chopped pecans for the rim, and I candied these myself. It's pretty easy. You just get some brown sugar and some butter and put it in the pan and cook it a little bit, and threw pecans in there and just let it sound cool. It's pretty simple. Maybe I don't do much. I haven't done any food stuff, so maybe in the future and start incorporating some of these little food things that I'm learning at the same time. But anyway, so it's let's hope I can do this without making too bad a mess. Rim and the caramel, and rim and the okay. Maybe all right. Got a little bit of got some here in the middle. Maybe that's not Not that big a deal. So let's make the cocktail. All right. So, let's get down to brass tacks. Got 1 ounce of rum chata. It is kind of fun to say rum chata. Although the glass is a little hard to hold. 1 ounce of cream de cacao. It didn't say if it was white cacao or brown or how now brown cow, but that's what I had available. All right. 1/2 ounce of bourbon. And 1/2 ounce of 50/50. I'm sure you could probably use heavier cream, like the other cocktail uses heavier cream to thicken it up if you like. But we're going to try to do this one as close as possible. That's it. Shaking time. I can do this without messing up my pretty garnish. I got some pecans in there, but they'll be all right. So that, my friends, is a pecan pie martini. Let's see if it tastes like pecan pie. It didn't really taste like pecan pie. I guess the pecans kind of do. It tastes more like a brandy Alexander type of drink. I mean, it's really good, and that cold cream is I definitely recommend it. Don't know if I'd put the pecans all over the rim. I'm not a rim kind of guy, but for the most part, yeah, it's pretty freaking tasty. All right, let's try martini number 2. Rock on. I got stuff all in this thing. So this one, vastly different. It calls for whipped cream vodka, caramel sauce, or caramel syrup, and it calls for a like a butter pecan style cream. I couldn't find the brand that they recommended, but I found Heirloom Jimmy Red Corn Bourbon Buttercream, Georgia's finest. So it's, I guess it's local. I would assume this one's going to taste more like pecan, butter pecan because of that, but it's probably very sweet. Probably going to go into a state of shock later. But, let's give it a try and see what happens. All right, get you a shaker of ice. Drew a blank. Okay, let's start at the top. We got 1.5 ounces of whipped creamed vodka. If I can open the problem with these sugary drinks is they keep getting all this crud around them if you don't use them a lot. So, oh well. 1.5 ounces of whipped cream vodka. 1 ounce of butter pecan cream liqueur. Quarter ounce of caramel syrup. 1 ounce of heavy cream. It's shaking time. Well, this one calls for candied pecans on the top. Let's see if I can. Hey, it's actually floating-ish. I'll have to make sure it floats better for the thumbnail, right? That was the first time I made candy pecans too. So, yeah, I'm learning all kinds of nice little homemaker tricks here. I'm gonna make a good bachelor one day. Let's try this and see. I mean, it's sweet. I mean, it just doesn't taste like pecan pie. It's really not much different than the other. It's probably, you can taste more of the caramel in it. But it's still a delicious drink. And there you have it, 2 different but similar pecan pie style martinis. And I'd say I use martini in the loose sense. I always think martini as gin and vermouth, but we'll go with it. Let's have some fun. Like I said, I don't think it tastes exactly like pecan pie. I think if you wanted to take some of that whipped cream vodka and maybe put some pecans in it and let that infuse in it for a while, that might help get some of the pecan flavor. But overall, they're both yummy. I think they would go well with pecan pie. Definitely a nice after dinner treat for Thanksgiving or any time of the day. And probably wouldn't have to get all fancy with the rim if you didn't want to. But anyway, as always, y'all know what you do. Let me move these out of the way, y'all can. Until next time, cheers.